Greetings, Manna 3301 participants. I'm so glad that you are back from spring break and that we had a week under our belt and completing session 9, and you're already working on session 10 and your third written assignment. Before I get into the comments from session 9, I wanted to kind of give you some heads up on the assignment. If you've not already started your written assignment for session 10, you're behind. The setting of goals project and the written assignment around the setting of goals is all about getting some feedback on your goals and making revisions to goals. The whole idea of goal setting is not just to do it on an island and being all by yourself and doing it, but seeking insight and seeking counsel and just recommendations from other people to revise the goal in order to make it strategic, specific, measurable, attainable, just time-oriented, all of the SMART acronyms for a goal. So if you see this video and you've not started your written assignment, get to work because you're behind the ball a little bit. As far as session 9, the discussion board question was talking about control systems, primarily 3: feed forward, concurrent, and feedback. Now your responses were pretty good on the different examples that you had in your life, and I really liked some of them. But I wanted to kind of just give you some of my 2 cents worth on such things. Feed forward is something that really I think electronics has given us a lot of emphasis on in the last decade or so. Feed forward control in business is some kind of tool that will give us an opportunity to know what to do next with the information that we've just gathered. It may actually draw conclusions from feedback controls. But primarily what a feed forward control is something that will predict for you what it is that you need to do at this point going forward. One example that I can think of is, and some of y'all have mentioned it, is like inventory control or purchasing software that helps companies know when to take action to have product or inventory on hand. I would think that Walmart is probably one of the best examples of this. Their systems create an opportunity for stores to not have to keep a lot of backstock in the storeroom. Instead, they keep exactly how much is needed on hand to keep the shelves full. But whenever something is purchased, the feed forward system not only logs what was purchased, but sends an order so that the inventory can be replaced. And as many of you know through some other case studies and perhaps other courses that you've taken, Walmart is probably most renowned for their distribution network and the efficiencies that they have on having very prompt response to need and a just-in-time inventory management system. The other one I want to talk about right now is feedback control, and most of you nailed this one perfectly. Most of the time, feedback control is some kind of survey or some kind of information that reviews measurables from an event or a process that has just occurred. It's an assessment. It is a review, if you will. Performance management systems where employees have performance reviews are an example of feedback control. Again, as I said before, feedback control can give you great information on feed forward. What do we do next? The one that is oftentimes most confusing is concurrent. And I guess one of the examples that we all see all the time is the dashboard on our car when we're driving. Concurrent control systems are things like speedometers, gas gauges, odometers, or tachometers. All the things that you see in front of you on your car dashboard are considered concurrent control systems. Now, the examples that were given on some of your cases that I really liked was the concurrent system of managers walking around in a restaurant and checking on the tables and seeing how things were going right then, as opposed to the surveys like I think Chili's has a survey that somebody mentioned in their discussion board post. the manager walking around can address things immediately. What's going on right now? And that's what a concurrent control system is all about. You may have heard of a management style called management by walking around. No longer can managers just sit in their office and wait for the business to come to them, wait for the employees to report in, or just write reports and things like that. They need to be engaged with their employees to make a difference. So the 3 control systems are all about collecting data and what to do with data. The feed forward is going to tell us what we need to do going forward. The concurrent is going to tell us what's going on right now. And feedback is going to give us some information on an event that's already occurred so that we can make adjustments going forward. Well, as always, it's a pleasure to read your statements and your posts from the discussion boards, and I look forward to reading your papers on your goals that you have set. And I'll see you next week online. Have a good one. Bye now.